So for the longest time, fans have been asking Ubisoft to create a Assassin's Creed game that is set in Japan. And finally, they came out with Assassin's Creed Shadows. Now, in Assassin's Creed Shadows, you are able to play as two different characters, a samurai and a stealthy ninja type character. One of those characters is a African American male, and the other one is of Asian descent and female. Now, all the other Assassin's Creed video games have a character of the correct ethnicity within the correct setting of the game. For example, Assassin's Creed Odyssey, you play as a Greek female or male. Assassin's Creed Valhalla, obviously that was set during that era, you play as a Viking. Assassin's Creed Origins, you play as Bayek, and he is of course Egyptian. So seeing a African American male playing a samurai in a Assassin's Creed game based in Japan was kind of off-putting at first for many people. Personally, I don't care, okay? I do not care. It's a video game. Like, there's so much more things in life to be worried about than a video game and a character within a video game. Like, it's such a small issue compared to all the other issues in the world. Like, if someone chooses to make a video game a certain way, that's their problem. And as a consumer, we choose whether or not to engage in content and media that we don't agree with or don't enjoy, or whatever your opinions are about it. You have the power and the ability to just not engage with that content. You don't have to buy it, you don't have to play it, and people are still pretty upset over it. I know a lot of people are complaining about the fact that the African American samurai is not technically historically accurate. Based on previous Assassin's Creed titles, they've always put a warning in their video games, not like a warning, just kind of like a message right before you load into their video game, saying that their video games are inspired by historical things, but it's still very much a work of fiction. So just like their other titles, this is no different. Even though it's based in historical times and it's at a historical setting and very accurate to that time era, not everything in the game is going to be historically accurate. It is, as a whole, a video game that's very much based in fiction. So I don't understand the aggression towards the whole situation, and I don't really care. I'm going to buy this game either way. As long as the game is fun, I'm going to play it. It's just a fucking video game. Like, people need to chill. But I don't really care. But anyways, there's been such a huge outrage about this character in this new Assassin's Creed Shadows game. They felt the need to post an apology online to all the people out there who were not on board with this character and how they've handled the franchise with this game. So we're going to go ahead and read and look over the statement that they released online, and here we go.
Well, you are a friendly beast, are you not?
So it's separated into 4 different parts. The first part says, "To our esteemed Japanese community, a message from the Assassin's Creed Shadows development team. First, we want to express our heartfelt thanks for all of your support for the Assassin's Creed series, which now has its own history spanning almost 20 years. Over this time, we have explored various settings, time periods, and characters, from an assassin during the Third Crusade to a Viking in 9th century England, and countless more. For many of our team, creating an Assassin's Creed game set in feudal Japan has been a long cherished dream. Since the announcement of Assassin's Creed Shadows, we have received many positive reactions, but also some criticism, including from you, our Japanese players. We share your passion for history and deeply respect your care for the historical and cultural integrity of your rich heritage. We would like to address a few points to clarify our intentions and creative decisions." They go on to say, "Overall authenticity efforts, we have put significant effort into ensuring an immersive and respectful representation of feudal Japan. However, our intention has never been to represent any of our Assassin's Creed games, including Assassin's Creed Shadows, as factual representations," and I agree with this, "of history or historical characters. Instead, we aim to spark curiosity and encourage players to explore and learn about the historical settings we get inspired by. Assassin's Creed Shadows is first and foremost designed to be an entertaining video game that tells a compelling historical fiction set in feudal Japan. Our team extensively collaborated with external consultants, historians, researchers, and internal teams at Ubisoft Japan to inform our creative choices." Okay? And they went on to say, Despite these sustained efforts, we acknowledge that some elements in our promotional materials have caused concern within the Japanese community. For this, we sincerely apologize. All game footage represented so far is in development, and the game will keep evolving until launch. Based on the constructive criticism we have received, we will continue our efforts until we put this game into your hands and beyond. We also want to clarify that while we have been consulting with many people throughout the development process, they are in no way responsible for the decisions that are taken by the creative teams in the interests of gameplay and entertainment. Consequently, we respectfully request that any criticism not be directed to our collaborators, but both internal and external. And here's where it gets juicy: creative liberties and historical inspirations. While we strive for authenticity in everything that we do, Assassin's Creed games are works of fiction, inspired by real historical events and figures. From its inception, the series has taken creative license and incorporated fantasy elements to craft engaging and immersive experience. The representation of Yusake in our game is an illustration of this. His unique and mysterious life made him an ideal candidate to tell an Assassin's Creed story with the setting of feudal Japan as a backdrop. While Yusake is depicted as a samurai in Assassin's Creed Shadows, we acknowledge that this is a matter of debate and discussion. We have woven this carefully into our narrative, and with our other lead character, the Japanese shinobi Naoi, I think is her name, who is equally important in the game. Our dual protagonists provide players with different gameplay styles. We greatly value your feedback and encourage you to continue sharing your thoughts respectively. While we understand that meeting everyone's expectations is very difficult, we sincerely hope that when the Assassin's Creed Shadows launches on November 15th, players in Japan and around the world will appreciate the dedication, effort, and passion that we have poured into it. So this is kind of crazy. I don't feel like Ubisoft needs to respond or apologize for this. It's kind of stupid. Like they said themselves, it's a video game. Numerous times before, they've stated in all their past video games that their games, while they do take historical ideas and they incorporate historical events and figures, and they take a lot of historical things from history based on the setting of their video games, and they incorporate it into the games. But as a whole, their games are fiction. Like, if you think about the story as a whole, Assassin's Creed and the Brotherhood and you know, the Assassin's Creed Guild and all that shit, that stuff is fake. It's fiction. It's just based in historical times. So I don't understand why people are getting so upset. Like, the game as a whole is fiction in itself. Assassin's Creed as a group of individuals is fiction. And they've stated that. So I don't know. I don't want to get on too much of a rant, but it's kind of stupid, and I just wanted to talk about it. But yeah, I mean, I'm still going to buy this game. I'm still going to play it. I bet you it's going to be a great game. So for all those people who, you know, aren't excited about it and don't want to play a great game because of this, you know, that's your choice and you have that right. And stand on it. But I'm going to be enjoying Assassin's Creed Shadows when it comes out in November. So anyways, let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.